What's up folks, so here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the ultimate red inventory you can build right now in CSGO ahead of Counter-Strike 2. By ultimate, this means we're basically using, there's no budget cap at all, we're literally going to build the best that we can, and I'm going to note now that the most expensive does not equal the best, and you'll see that throughout the inventory. If you're watching this being like, oh my god, I'd love to have a red inventory, but this is too much, we have done budgeted videos starting from $10 for red inventories all the way to 500. I'll link a couple of those below. If you enjoy it, hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, and let's go right into it. I'll tell you the gloves first, since we already have them equipped. It's going to be the sports glove SCARLET SHAMAGH. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure. These, I absolutely love them. I know loads of you were saying, why not go for the sports glove slingshot. I personally think this SCARLET set looks so much nicer. The pattern's nicer. The inside of the glove looks nicer as well. So that's my pick for the glove. And then for the knife, I'm going for an M9 bayonet Doppler ruby. This looks insane. If you want a cheaper knife, you could go basically for a slaughter or a crimson web in whatever knife you fancy, but we're going all out for the ultimate. Yes, you can get this on butterfly, but I like it in M9 bayonet. I don't know why. For the red, I think you just need a chunky knife. So I absolutely love this knife and glove combo. I think it looks fantastic. Now let's have a look at the pistols, and then the rifles, then the SMGs. We kick things off on the T side with the Glock. It's going to be a water elemental. I absolutely love this skin. It is pattern based. You get slightly different patterns off the water splash on it. But the base of this is red with a little bit of nice blue coloration throughout it. It is without a doubt the best red Glock you can get. Over in the USP, I know so many people who like the kill confirmed. I'm actually opting for the traitor in this case. I love that contrast of the gold, especially on the snake, against the red. And the red itself is a really nice shiny vibe. I don't know. So it's a brightness skin. That's probably what it is. So factory new, it looks immaculate. Kill confirmed is great. The traitor wins for me though. Over in the P250, you could go for a Nevermore, but we're opting instead to go for the MUERTOS. I absolutely love this. The pattern on it looks slick. And again, similar to the USP we just showed, it's like a nice, bright, vibrant red. It might come as a shock, but for the 5-7, we're actually going to run with an Urban Hazard. If you watched my recent stat track videos, you would have. I was speaking wonders about this skin. I think it's fantastic for the price, and that's why we're including it. For the Desert Eagle, I feel like you have no other option than to go for a code red. This is basically the best red Desert Eagle out there. No arguments at all, and it's just such a nice skin. For the Tech 9, it's not so much that it's the best, it's more so that it's the only real option and you're kind of forced to use the Isaac, so that's why we have it in here. It's not a bad skin by any means, but it's basic and it's the only red that we have to fit the inventory on the Tech 9. And then to round off the pistols, for the Joe Berettas, you can go for the lovely named HEMOGLOBINs. These are very similar vibes to the Emerald Joe Berettas you get, but obviously they're red rather than green. And you know what, I think it rounds off the pistols quite nicely. So since we started pistols on T side, I'm going to keep that theme. We're going to start with the T side for the rifles. And for the AK-47, we're going to have a Bloodsport. You can try and argue that this is bright and looks orange, but it pops up as red on all the different skin sites. And for me, I think it's red. So if we're rocking with it here, lovely skin. Anime isn't for everyone on like the sort of design features on it, but I think it looks super slick. Outside of this, you could look at like an Empress or a Redline, but I still think Bloodsport takes the win. I'm going to start with the M4A4 rather than A1S first this time, and I've opted for the HELLFIRE, a skin I don't include or mention much at all. I think it's quite a unique design style, or like at least unique taste for those that enjoy it, but I think actually for going for like the ultimate red inventory, I think this is a really nice option. For the A1S side of things, you may have had the little giveaway from the thumbnail. It's going to be a hot rod. I think there's no debate about this. A hot rod in good condition, which can be the tricky thing. It'll wear very easily, like even this one. This is factory new, and you can still see those bits of wear coming through on it, but it looks so slick. The AWP is one area where the most expensive is the best. We're running with the Prince here. People will argue this is a gold skin, which is very true. I think the gold to red ratio is very even, but I'm still calling this a red skin with gold accents and gold design on it. It's a bloody amazing weapon skin. I absolutely love it. The Prince, possibly the best skin in this entire inventory. Over on the Scout side of things, we're actually going to go for a Bloodshot. This is, obviously, the Scouts don't have anything that's perfectly red, I'm going to be honest. You're looking at this or the Dragon Force. I can't remember the name. It's lost me now. But yeah, that's what you're looking at. I think this Bloodshot has enough red at the back and the front. The main design obviously has a bit of green and purple throughout it, but it fits into what we're going for, especially where the gloves are holding it. over on the GALIL side of things, we're running with a Dusk Ruins. This is one that I've never paid much attention to, and much like the Bloodsport, you can argue it's not a perfect red. Like, depending on the lighting, it looks, I don't know, like a pale red, orangey pink almost, but it's counting as red, and the other options are like a Signal or a Firefight, which Signal's probably the most red. Firefight has that same sort of issue where, like, is it red? So I'm going to put this in for the GALIL. Over on the FAMAS side of things, I'm running with a Valence because, personally, I don't like the other red FAMASs that exist. This is obviously like a grey into like steel sort of coloured skin that then has like the red accents around it. And then for the SG, before we round off the rifles, we have the INTEGRALE. Obviously, this is white, red, and blue, but I'm going to say it's predominantly red, and then the white and the blue are the secondary colours for it, and it's just a cool skin. And then with rounding off the rifles, we get another hot rod. This time it's for the AUG. So right, we're going to kickstart the SMGs now. I've went for a Mac 10. Honestly, I've gone quite expensive for the Mac 10. We're going to go for the red filigree. I think the design pattern on this is insanely nice. This is, I mean, if it was on a carpet in my house, I'm not going to like it. But on the Mac 10, I think it looks super clean. For the MP9, I could have gone for another hot rod, but I feel like the MP9 hot rod just isn't all that. And instead, I really like this ruby poison dart. I think it's a nice contrast difference to the rest of the skins that we have. For the MP7, you're kind of pushed towards a Bloodsport and there's no other option, but at least you're pushed towards a good skin, I guess. It's going to be the high roller for the PP-BIZON. I think this is a cool design. I like the fact that it's using chips for the magazine for it. It's one of those ones where the design taste fits super well and works as a unique item to this sort of skin, or to this weapon, sorry. The P90 was honestly lacking a solid option, if I'm honest, but we've opted for a cold-blooded. The other option would have been like a radiation hazard, which I think just looks a bit naff, so this is why the cold-blooded has one out on that side. For the UMP, we're going with the momentum. Now, obviously, this skin is a lot of like blue, and I'm going to say like really light blue or white in the middle, and then accents of the red around the outside, so it's by no means perfect, but I do think it's our best option. Now, the SMGs are over. It's time to move on to the heavy. For the Mag 7, we have the Core Breach. Again, one of the older skins, sort of pairing with those radiation styles. I don't love it. It'd be nice to have something a bit newer, a bit more slick, a bit more like actual just... I don't want to say stylish, but yeah, stylish. For the XM, I'm going to recommend a Seasons. I'm actually showcasing my own one here. The Seasons is a pattern-based skin, so you need to go make sure you get one and make sure you preview it before you buy it that has a lot of red on it. This can basically be yellow, green, into the oranginess, into the red. So you can get ones that have a lot more green on it, which obviously doesn't fit. I think the green you'll see is literally only a tiny little tip on mine, and the rest is full red. We finally have a Candy Apple making its way in. It is going to be for the Nova. Again, Candy Apple has that same issue that the Hot Rod has, that if you get any sort of like, as soon as it starts to have like a fruit value, basically, it starts to wear, which is crazy. Finish off the shotguns. I went and picked up a brake light for the sawed-off. Not that you're really going to use a sawed-off in game, but this is the ultimate inventory. So you have to have a skin for pretty much every single weapon. Now, to finish things off, I am going to recommend a very, very expensive negative. Now, I don't expect anyone to spend like the 2,000 plus that this negative is, but for a ultimate red inventory, it is without a doubt the best option, and that's why we're rocking with it. But that is going to end our ultimate red CSGO inventory. We have 29 different skins in total here, so we have knife, glove, and then 27 weapon skins. So you're absolutely maxing out for basically anything that you're going to use in game. And honestly, I think this is a cracking ultimate red CSGO inventory. I think if I had to rate it myself, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. You can rate it down in the comments down below. Let me know which skin was your favorite. I think I'm still running with the AWP, the Prince, as being my favorite. It's absolutely insanely good for a skin. But outside of that, guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're around here. We're making a push for 1,000 subscribers, so all the support towards that is actually greatly appreciated. And outside of that, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.